welcome to Spotlight on Service. My name is Laura Higgs, and today is October the 12th, 2023, and I have with me David Kirkup, who is a coach of one of the U15 AAA Wildcat teams, right, David?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so what region is this team from?
Yeah, so we're a female hockey club, AAA hockey club that's from the Southwest region. So it spans from basically Carberry south to the U.S. border,
Okay.
follows the Trans-Canada to the Saskatchewan border and all the Southwest region. So it's the same as the Southwest Cougars in the U15 and the U18 program. Brandon is on its own, but it's that whole, basically Carberry to southwest to the U.S. and Saskatchewan border.
Okay. U15 meaning under 15 years
Under
of age?
15 years
Okay.
of age, yep.
Okay, we'll get to some of that too. So how many tried out for this team?
There was 26 or 27, I think 27 registered, 26 in the end tried out. And we released a few. We came down to 17 was our final number, so we took 9 forwards and 6 defense and 2 goalies. So we had lots of talent at the camp, which was it was tough. It was tough making those decisions, and it's one of the things that coaches don't like doing, but it's a thing that has to be done. However, very happy that a couple girls that we didn't think fit our club has tried out in other regions and made those clubs. So still giving an opportunity to some of our Southwest kids. They're in different regions now, but still allowing them to play at this level.
Okay, what do you mean camp? Was there a...
So we had a 3-day tryout. The girls, I ran a practice the first night on a Tuesday night. I ran a practice on a Tuesday night. And then we had scrimmage Wednesdays and Thursdays. And then we went down to our team after that, followed by a team meeting and a parent meeting.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. So how many evaluators did you have for those tryouts?
We had lots,
Yeah.
which is good and bad.
Tough to make a decision when you got that many minds on it, right?
Yeah, there's how many cooks do you put in the kitchen,
Right.
Kind of thinking. But we had anywhere from 8 to 10 non-coaching evaluators, plus the 4 or 5 coaches.
Okay.
One of our coaches has a relative on the team, so stepped away from the selection process, which is only fair, not only to that child trying out, but to the coach as well. So yeah, we had anywhere from 8 to 10 people looking at the kids at all times.
Okay, so how does somebody qualify to be an evaluator? Do they apply, or do you just go through a list of?
I looked in my phone and see who I could get out of the house that night. No.
Okay.
No, it's not
But
that
people
easy.
but people you know who are qualified to see it. Then is that what you're?
Absolutely. So
Okay.
we pick what we would call, or what I would call, hockey people. Meaning, people that have had coached in the past, have been involved with organizations in the past,
Okay.
had kids themselves that have played at a high level. Like one of our coaches, or one of the evaluators we had out, has a girl playing college hockey right now down in the States. So people that have been around the game for a little
Okay.
bit can see. I'm a strong believer that when you pick a team, it's not just on talent. You're trying to put the right kids together, and different kids fit different molds, and so it's not just, well, let's just pick the raw talent. There's different attitudes come into play, work ethic comes into play. So to have a variance of evaluators asking them to look for different things, it's interesting how different evaluators pick out different things.
Sure, that would make sense. It's not my area of expertise, If you asked me to judge kids on something else, I probably could help out. But so I just wondered how you looked at that. So people with some kind of history in hockey that have some kind of personal involvement.
Absolutely.
And then you ask them specifically to be the evaluator.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So who is your helping coach?
My assistant, what I'd call my main assistant coach, is a fellow by the name of Dustin Howden, better known as Heavy. Everybody knows him as Heavy. He is from Deloraine. He's coached at a very high level before. He's coached, it was either 3 or 5 years that he coached junior hockey in Nipoa. He's coached various teams and all the rest. So
lots of experience.
Yeah, pretty thrilled to have him. There's a gal by the name of Jamie Smith is also on the bench with us. I'll call her the mom that keeps us all in line, keeps Heavy and myself in line, and keeps the girls in line as well.
Okay.
And then I have, fortunate enough to have two what I'd call practice coaches. So Britt Williams, better known as Britt Phillips, probably around this area, originally from Hartney, a girl that played all through the Wildcat program out of Hartney, the U18 program, what I'd call the senior cats.
Right.
She's a Hartney girl that once wore Team Canada jersey. So she comes out once a week and does straight skills with the girls. So Heavy and I in our practices try to work more on different different plays. She works straight on skills.
Skill, okay.
So, passing, shooting, all that kind of stuff. So
Speed, yeah.
learning how to skate, being tough on the puck. And she's, she didn't get to Team Canada from being a weak player. So having said that, to have that knowledge and to have that experience is like,
what a privilege.
So she comes out once a
Right.
week with us, which is great.
Yeah.
And then I have a goalie coach as well, a fellow by the name of Troy Gould. And Troy's no stranger to the region. He's done many different coaching stints around the region at various different levels. So, and he used to be a past goalie. So he's doing some work with the goalies. So altogether, it's a bit of a team effort. In fact, practice is going on now without me, so I could be here. So it's good. It's an opportunity for others to get into the program, do what we love, and that's trying to get the most out of these girls.
You've got down goalie coach. Why do you nickname him that? I get why you call Brett the mom or
Yeah.
Jamie the mom, and
Yeah. Troy works just with the goalies.
Okay.
He's so Dustin works a lot with the D. I work a lot with the forwards. Troy just looks after the goalies. So when he comes out to practice, in fact, he's at practice tonight, he'll just do different stuff with the goalies, working on their angles, working on
right.
different, really critiquing them personally as a goalie.
So do the goalies do some of the main skill exercises, and then they do specific exercises
Yeah.
for their?
Yeah, and then they
Okay.
break out. There's different team stuff we do together, but then they break out into their individual
specific,
areas
okay.
and go from there.
Okay. So we talked about U15, we said, and so what are the ages of the girls?
Yeah, so you talk to lots of hockey people and they'll say, what's the birth year? So, so we call these the 09s and the 10s. So these
Okay.
girls are born in 2009 and 2010
Okay.
to be eligible to try out.
Okay. It's easier way to, I guess, to keep track, the 9s and 10s.
Yeah, the 9s and 10s.
Okay, so what's the split of the birth year then? Like, is there
we're
a,
pretty fortunate. We're pretty rounded. We have 9 2009s. I'd have to think about that, but I think there was 4, maybe 5 that played last year. So out of those 2009s, I'll say 5 without thinking about it played on the team last year. So what I'd call my vet core that lean on for experience and show the younger kids the ropes. Having said that, and there's 8 2010. So next year, 2010s, when they step to the plate, it's open tryouts. They know they're going to have to earn their spot, but
and they're your vets then?
They'll carry it. So
Yeah.
next year will be 2010s, 2011s. So it's good. It's a real nice even split.
Okay. Well, you did mention the region, but what actually towns are the girls from?
So this year we have kids from Verdun, Melita, and I just have to mention with Melita, we have a lot of fun. The one girl that's from Melita, we call her Breezy after the banana, right? So it's kind of that camaraderie
okay.
in the dressing room and stuff. Deloraine, Boys Vein, Wawanesa, Reston, and we even have one that really want to be distinct where they're from. We have one from Griswold and we have one from Spruce Woods. And again, we joke about it that I'm not from Pipestone, I'm not from Oak Lake, I'm from Griswold kind of deal. So
Right.
so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. And they have their town that they live in, grow up in, whatever, has a right to be heard. But
Right,
we do
absolutely.
like to take those small towns sometimes and put them in districts, don't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
Okay. So what league do you play in then?
Yeah, so we play in what they call the MFHL, which is the Manitoba Female Hockey League.
Okay.
It's the rural component. There's a city component. The city have the same caliber of teams, but They play each other in the city, and we just play in the rural.
Okay. So, how many teams are on that league then? Like,
There's 7 of us, including
Okay.
us. There was 8 last year. Parkland, which is the Dauphin area, Dauphin, Roblin, Russell area,
Okay.
dropped out this year. But Eastman, which is the Steinbach up in that area, Yellowhead, which is the Shoal Lake, Rivers, those kind of area. Brandon, of course. Inner Lake is up Stonewall. They play out of Stonewall, so that area. Pembina Valley is the Morden area, Morden Winkler area, and then Central Plains is Portage. So
Okay.
there's a few miles.
Yeah, I bet.
Few miles to be put on, but yeah, so it's it'd be nice to have that 8th team just from a balanced schedule and stuff. But
Yeah, for sure.
7 it is.
So the Brandon has its own league. How many teams are there?
How many teams are in
Yeah.
Brandon? Just the one in Brandon.
Okay,
just
just-
the one
just
in
the one.
Brandon. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's classed just
So it's itself. It's a
It's-
region unto itself.
it's
Okay.
its region on
Okay.
itself.
But
and-
only one team.
Yeah.
So you guys play against Brandon then?
Yes, we play against
Okay.
Brandon, and I call it the Kirkup versus Kirkup rivalry because actually my first cousin is the assistant coach and his daughter's the head coach of the team. So we have
that's
a bit
great.
of fun. We have a bit of fun behind the, away
for
from
sure.
the girls saying that trying to keep.
You
who's-
guys are going head to
Yeah,
head.
absolutely. A little competitiveness never hurt us, right?
Yeah,
So
not at all. Okay, so how many league games are you going to actually play?
we play. I wish my manager was here to answer some of these. We play 28 to 30 league games. It was started at about 26 games until the one team dropped out, and then we had to rejiggle the schedule a little bit. So
Right,
it's
right.
that 28 or 30 league games.
Right. Jeez. That's lots. Have you had any exhibition games then?
Yes, we have. Actually, we've had a preseason tournament in Brandon. So we had 3 games there, and then we had 3 exhibition games as well. We played a home and home with Yellowhead, and then we also played Brandon out in Reston. Actually, we have
You played Brandon out in Reston.
played Brandon
Okay.
out in Reston because that's technically part of our area. Reston is part of our catchment.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a girl from there, and they had some open ice, so we actually took a game there. So
Right.
made her day, obviously, and yeah. So we've had three games in the tournament, 3 games out of the tournament, and yeah, we're ready to go.
So what's your record in these games?
We were 3-3. We had 3
Yeah.
wins and 3 losses.
Okay.
And, it's interesting with female hockey versus male hockey. I've noticed that there's quite a bit of difference in the games are a lot closer. Anybody can beat anybody, and you see a lot of 3-2 games, 4-3 games, not much high scoring. Which when I had boys go through this age group, you would see the 6-2s or the 7-3 scores. It's very close games.
Yeah.
Very close games.
Okay, that's good. Keeps the excitement right till the end of the game, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
Any tournaments besides the preseason one then?
Yeah, so we're going the preseason, and then we have 3 other tournaments. So we have what they call showcases. Hockey Manitoba has 2 showcase tournaments. One's in Portage that we just finished this weekend. Thanksgiving weekend in Portage. We have one in December that's another showcase. So it's in Winnipeg. So all the teams from the province. So I commented before how we play in the rural and the Winnipeg plays in the Winnipeg. The showcase, everybody plays against everybody. So it was nice this past weekend. We had the privilege of playing 3 Winnipeg teams, which we won't see again probably till the showcase, the first week of December, till the second showcase.
Right.
And so it was real nice to play because they've got some top-notch teams in there. So
So it's a good challenge for your team, is
it's a
what you're
great
saying.
challenge. It's
Yeah.
a great challenge, and it's good to see other teams, and they're very competitive. They're good.
Somebody has to make all that schedule and get everybody playing against other
It's,
teams and everything. That seems like a lot of work, right?
Yeah, so in Portage, they had 2 sheets of ice going for mostly 3 days. So
I
it
bet.
was, yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah,
So,
very challenging just to,
yeah, so we came out of there with a win, a loss, and a tie,
Mm-hmm.
and we played very well. We grew as a team. Sure, we made mistakes, but did we improve? Absolutely. Did we prove that we could play with the Winnipeg teams? I think it gave the girls a lot of confidence that way. So it was a real
Yes.
positive weekend. So.
absolutely.
And then our third and final trip, actually mid-November, November 16th to the 19th, we're in a tournament in Minneapolis.
Oh, are you?
So, yeah, so
Great.
going to Minnie.
Yeah.
So that should be a fun weekend. We're using that as kind of a team bonding and a chance to go see some other teams. They call it the U.S.-Canada rivalry. There's three Canadian teams and 3 U.S. teams, or maybe it's 4 and 4, but it's Canada versus U.S. So it should be a good time.
And how are you getting everybody down there? Charting a bus?
Charting the bus,
Yeah.
So
It's got to carry all the equipment, and it's got to
we'll
carry
see if
all
we
your
can keep them
chaperones.
busy
and-
other than playing their games
Yeah,
all the way down.
That's right, eh? That's right. Give them a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
So where is actually home for the team, if you want to?
So,
Call it
as
home.
I commented, it's a regional team,
Right.
but we do have home base, and that's out of Deloraine. We play out of the Doc Bonner Arena out of Deloraine. So lots
Okay.
of people know the Bonners, obviously, from that area. They've done a lot for that community. So, we play out of the Dock.
Okay. So when does the league start, the actual league?
The actual league starts this weekend. Actually, we play Interlake at home. It's our home opener Saturday at 4 o'clock. And we go to Brandon, get to play the Kirkups and the Brandon crew on Sunday.
Okay.
So, it starts this weekend, getting fired up. And I know the girls are pretty hyped for the home opener, so
Yeah.
we'll see if we can give Interlake a test.
So you said this weekend, that's October 14th and 15th?
October 14th and
Okay.
15th, yep.
Okay, good. Okay, what made you start coaching girls? I know you have 2 boys at home, and they're both young adults now.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
them, but what got you into coaching girls?
Yeah, I coached my partner's girl last year, actually the last 2 years. So I've had some female coaching experience at the U18 level. Then I was approached this summer in regards to stepping up and coaching the AAA team, and I was really on the fence about it. Took a long time to decide. We're getting to that empty nest stage. I still want to stay involved with the game. Think I still have a little bit of knowledge to get back to the game. So, I guess they either asked me at a weak moment or asked me when I was thinking that I was going to miss the game. So, but so far it's been great. I've really enjoyed, and giving back is something that I strongly believe in. So, they caught me at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a little different dealing with girls than it is boys. I mean,
It is. One of my favorite lines to the girls is there's pros and cons to everything. I say that a lot in life. There's pluses and negatives, and it depends how you look at it. But I don't know if I should go down that slippery slope that comparing boys against girls. But I will say that there's times that I do believe they do listen a little better.
so that would be the difference in coaching boys and girls, as they listen better, but I think their feelings could be hurt a little
there's
faster than boys.
There's always that side effect as well, but I strongly believe that we've got 17 gals that want to be together. They've played, lots of them have played ball together. Lots of them have played on different teams, summer teams together and stuff. And I think we got the right group, and I think we'll be all right that way.
Oh, that's really good. But I do remember interviewing somebody else recently about being a coach on teams, and I think that the big thing is they all have the same goal. Like they all have the same goal, and the discipline that they've learned, and the friendships that they make, I think is super important on a team.
Yeah, I'm a believer at trying to teach the girls not only about the game, but how it relates to life. Just because you didn't win this game doesn't mean you're going to pass every test at school either, but you got to brush yourself back up and, get your mark back up and stuff. But these
Right.
girls all want to go to the next level. They're eager to learn.
Good.
They just want to go to work.
Good.
And they're
And as a
they're
coach,
great
that's
bunch.
what you want.
Absolutely, absolutely. So give me 17 kids that want to go around and work as hard as they can. There will be times that we may be outskilled, but hopefully we're not outworked.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, thank you very much, David, for coming in and sharing that with us. I really appreciate your time.
Oh, thank
Giving
you.
me a little bit more knowledge about hockey, number
Yeah,
one, but girls hockey, that's really very interesting.
There you go.
Thank
So
you very
you're
much for your
welcome to come
time.
down at any time. for
Yeah,
sure.
we'll have to put that on the calendar. Thank you.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you for joining us here at Spotlight on Souris. Have a great day.